Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We have made it all the way through I-League. We are now in the finals here of the America Division. Yes, I did not stutter. America Division, even though it's very much early here. 2 a.m. on the Pacific Coast, and on the eastern side, 5 a.m. So you would not think that we would be playing under America times. We are in the I-League through and through, apparently, but we're going to have a session here. It's going to be Sneaky Nick's Assassins taking on Cloud9. Cloud9 coming in probably as a slight favorites, but Sneaky Nick's Assassins have been looking pretty damn good as of recent. Bringing you the commentary in English is going to be myself, Coddle Guy, for Beyond the Summit, and joining me remotely, my good friend Kevin F4L. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you once again for joining me on these awkward hours to cast some fantastically ripe American Dota. I'm looking forward to it, and already based on the picks I'm seeing here, I'm getting already pretty excited about game number 1, baby.
Should be pretty exciting. It looks like we're going to have that tiny wisp that we saw from Sneaky Nick's Assassins yesterday on the Dire side again. And TC really had a strong performance the last time we saw him play this.
It's starting to feel like Sneaky Nick's Assassins are building a couple of profiles that they can throw out there, and you know, I wouldn't be surprised at some point in the series we'll see like the classic TC Faceless Void, and at another point we'll see, you know, they feel like they got these signature little go-to lineups that they're working with, and they found a good groove with them, and they figure we'll just keep kind of working with what we got, and right now they're feeling the groove of Tony Wisp. I love the high octane, I love the heavy action, the split push, and once he pulls together that farm and a nice and early, you know, Agnum Scepter, the damage is real, definitely. Heavy push assault that could be coming their way. Cloud9 side, Elder Titan going to be picked up. They love Owie Elder Titan, man. They've been playing it so much. It's almost going to be replaced potentially, you know, than his loved Visage, which we don't see much of anymore. It's been all Elder Titan lately. Crazy.
Yeah, we do see the Visage coming out occasionally. I think they did run the Hydro Visage maybe not too recently, but like 1 or 2 weeks ago. But, you know, they don't tend to run it as much as they used to. I think they haven't had maybe the success that they once had on it, so not running that too much anymore. We are going to have Fata on his puck, so that is pretty exciting stuff. He's always so elusive on this hero. Probably one of the best puck players in the world.
5 seconds remaining.
I love it. I love watching his puck. He puts on an exhibition on how to be elusive and very tangy with his play, able to get good early CS. So a lot of signature pickups right here. Very standard, but looking on the side of bans, Sneaky Nick's Assassins, they favor getting rid of the Bat Rider Brew, then follow through with the Morphling, Cloud9 getting rid of that Tide Hunter, Witch Doctor now, and the Centaur. Now looking for the next potential ban. I'm trying to think, do you remember what they rolled with in addition to the Tony Wisp the last time Sneaky Nick's Assassins did have their lineup? I'm trying to remember.
Putting me on the spot.
I'm sorry, I think that was
I think it was a Centaur.
It was a Centaur?
It was against
Invoker was there too.
It was against Not Today.
Dire team ban.
Oh.
And they had,
man, I could look it up. I could. Let's see.
I watched too many Dota games, so it's actually kind of hard. Oh, they had Venomancer in the safe lane.
Okay.
And
they'll probably come to us. They'll pick him like, yeah,
Witch Doctor.
That was what it was.
Witch Doctor, Centaur, Venomancer. There you go.
All right.
Boom.
You did it. You dug deep. You got it. I'm proud of you, buddy. Thanks. Nice job. But
fact check me.
Look at that. Beastmaster ban?
Beastmaster ban.
That's
pretty interesting.
Peculiar, I'd like to say. That's definitely unusual. I haven't seen SNA play that hero anytime as of recent. EG is probably a notable American team that does occasionally pick up a Beastmaster for like Zai or maybe even Universe in the off lane, but that's also a niche pick in itself. I just feel like there's so many options you can go for that can do what Beastmaster does, and his niche pickup is like maybe if you got a hero who's very dependent on a BKB. He can be there to add the extra lockdown, but those opportunities don't really come up.
Sneaky Nick's Assassins do go ahead and ban that, you know, pesky Naga Siren. It is quite good against the Tiny Wisp combo as well. You know, being able to sleep is quite nice when going up against this Wisp. So, and also the Ensnare does a lot of work against these melee carries. And, you know, EE is quite well known for his Naga Siren. as well as splashing people in the face with water
Cloud9's
using that
turn to
Riptide.
Yeah. It had to happen sometimes.
Had
So
to
it's,
had
just,
to throw that out there.
it's getting spicy right now. I like it.
Quite good with Naga.
Clockwork going to be the follow-up grab here for Sneaky Nick's Assassins. Mike, he likes to play Clockwork pretty often. He's got the good initiate tools now, and as long as he doesn't really get overzealous in his laning phase, he should be able to find his bit of groove and get to his level 6 where he's going to want to go on those hit squads and try to get a hold of anyone. Even a pesky puck could have trouble with a battery assault and coming in your face from a Clockwork. So good initiate tool right there. Still another melee. We need something to kind of spread them out a bit. It's feeling like things could get a little too congested right now for Sneaky Nick's Assassins, and that could be scary when you have a coil on the other side and potentially more
10
AoE
seconds
incoming.
remaining.
And it is a little interesting to see the
seconds
Clockwork
remaining.
coming out with the Tiny, just because they're two melee heroes.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, usually you don't want to melee
Reserve
carry when you have the Clockwork because you have those cogs, but I think it's just their replacement for this Centaur that they weren't able to get their
Cloud9's
hands
turn
on.
to pick.
And Cloud9 do go ahead and pick up that Vengeful Spirit that we saw. We saw them actually run this support duo every game yesterday, so not too surprising on that front.
All right, so a greedy support grab Enigma here.
Enigma and Avenge. That's
Yeah,
kind
this
of
is
interesting.
this is very interesting because they do run Tony West mid lane, correct? When they do it.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
think I've
so
ever seen them do it
10
safe lane.
seconds remaining.
So you got him there, Enigma. He's got to be in the jungle. I mean,
5 seconds
now what does that
remaining.
mean? You got two single laners. There's going to be
Dire
no
team
early
back.
movement from Sneaky Nick's Assassins. Cloud9 can just kind of work through their laning phase. Mid might have a little bit of trouble with getting CS, but Puck should not be taken down. He could be elusive enough. But the other two lanes, I would be nervous about for Sneaky Nick's Assassins. I don't know. It feels like it'd
10
be a lot of
seconds
pressure on those two
remaining.
laners to make sure they have a good survivability rate.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and so probably going to see a safe lane solo. It looks like they are going to go ahead and
Reserve
pick up the
time.
Faceless Void. I wonder if there's going to be an offlane Void. You know, typically I think when at least Cloud9 in recent times has been picking up this Void, it's always been in the safe lane, and Eternal Envy has been playing it, so
Yes.
I think it's unlikely that Bone 7 will play. It just doesn't seem like a Bone 7 type of hero. You know, he's not really known for playing those AoE. I mean, he plays some of them, but
Cloud9's turn to ban.
Sorry, I was just seeing the reaction from that joke earlier, and I look over and all I have to see is LD putting up that stupid forehead emoticon. I'll lose my shit. I'm glad that we're having people kind of file in. Everyone kind of come in, find your seat, sit down, enjoy it.
10
It's
seconds
Americadota and the
remaining.
early breakfast hours, even before McDonald's opens up. And well, we got a
5
nice little
seconds
funky, fresh
remaining.
best-of-3 series underway. The winner, they got their trip to China, and they're going to get one step
Reserve
closer to a
time.
sweet piece of that $300,000. That's right. That is 5 zeros. Prize pool. Big money.
quite the prize pool.
Yes, Cloud9 have a bad history with their trips to China and trying to get a hold of a first place, but they're looking for redemption. Sneaky Nick's Assassins
Dire team
falling
pick.
short on making their way to Summit 2, but they have been super hot
Cloud9's
recently.
turn to
They must
pick.
be on like a
Ooh.
5-game win streak or something, and now they finish out their draft. They grab the Legion Commander. All right.
Oh,
That's a lot of melee
that's
on the team. A lot of
that
melee.
is definitely a lot
This
of
is
melee.
a
A lot of
cluster.
manliness as
This
well.
is a Royal Rumble team. They want to take their shirts off. Well, Legion Commander will probably keep her shirt on. But Wisp, I don't know where he has a shirt. But they're going to take them off. They're going to jump in, get oiled up, wrestle around a bit. But I just fear now
10
that's
seconds
scary
remaining.
against a Chrono now. You got a Chrono. You got a Coil. Elder Titan.
5
It's just
seconds
feeling like they have a
remaining.
lot of stuff that Cloud9 can take advantage of when Sneaky Nick's Assassins
Reserve
want to be
time.
so clustered.
I really like this ban of the THD. I think that was probably the go-to pick for Cloud9 if they could get their hands on it. Another, they want something that gives them AoE, tower damage, and is an offlaner. So the THD definitely probably the pick they wanted. Maybe they'll go for. It's just hard to say at this point. Maybe they'll even do offlanes possibly, or
10
dual lanes. I mean.
seconds remaining.
Maybe you could do the Faceless Wood plus the Vengeful Spirit offlane, and it does look like they're going to go for the mag, so giving them that AoE plus nuke potential.
He's not pretty to look at, but he can put on a show. Definite crowd pleaser grab right there with your Magnus. Bone 7. He was notorious yesterday for pretty much picking up some unorthodox items. And what did he have? Like a T. He got the first game he got
I
like
saw
a
him have a
Dagon.
Dagon
A Dagon
on
the first game. and then the second he was Jakiro, he like didn't level Macro Pyro early.
No, he had a dag in the Jakiro game.
Okay, and then he also skilled up very odd.
The first game, I don't even remember. And he skilled very oddly, and then he bought a bunch of items with Staff of Wizardries. I think every one of his items had a Staff of Wizardry in it, so quite the wizard. Zone 7 is.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. Cloud9 have always been known as a team that are kind of innovators. They're science boys, if you will. They have done some funky fresh things. I remember one of the most signature ones was at MLG Columbus, where they pulled out the blink clinks, and it made a pretty good impact. They walked away with first place win. They had Arteezy there as a stand-in at the time, and they looked super strong at that point. They're ever since then have kind of always been the bridesmaid, never the bride, not being able to kind of secure that first place clincher, so they're constantly looking for redemption. And, well, I guess a perfect segue to say, and recently we can congratulate them on winning the redemption vote. They are going to be going to the Summit 2 LAN, and they won over the hearts of many of the community by putting up awesome candidate and videos to kind of ad campaign for the vote. And everyone was like, great, excellent, we won Cloud9. And then you go and do something.
Princess Aoi, what can you say?
Yeah, like that wins everyone over. They're like, oh, Cloud9, of course. And then certain things happen recently, and there's drama that breaks out, and then everyone's like, yeah, we don't care for that team much, or at least for that individual.
I will say that I think the drama is pretty overblown.
I agree.
I mean, I don't
know
how
overblown? Whether it's a patch, whether it's hats and in-game ads or drama, everything's overblown. It's just that's what happens. You know what though? It was big, and I was reading about was that whole CS:GO thing.
Oh, the CS:GO stuff. Yeah,
that is crazy. That's
crazy.
And
then I also saw on Reddit that FNG just got VAC banned. I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, that's everything. Getting quite peculiar with what's going on. Can you imagine if you're just like, whatever position you are, and they're like, hey, by the way, and obviously this is a total hypothetical throw out, but I'm like, Smash is a hack, is a hacker gets banned. People are like, what? Whoa. Or, any other random insert name pro player. It'd be crazy. It sent shockwaves through the scene, and
you just had to choose the Peruvian, didn't you?
I don't know. Racist. I was just thinking of someone who is not like platinum tier, but also like really good and well known. So I don't know.
Smash is probably, I think he's the most well known player that's on a team that hasn't really done anything yet.
Yeah.
I'd say.
So I mean, I don't know. It's just that it's crazy, and I don't play that game much, but I can imagine the community there's.
Although I guess you can't say that he hasn't done anything since he qualified for the Summit.
And that just makes dumping water on someone look like nothing, at least in my eyes. Something like that.
Yeah, it really does.
Teams shift. There was DreamHacks coming up. Whew, it's crazy. Anyways, let's not talk more about CS:GO. We got Dota on our hands right now. It's after the pause, and we do get underway. You're going to see the team spread out right here. Look how aggressive Aui's moving on forward. They already see him because they put that ward down, but they could trap him. Are they going to go for any sort of flank? Mike does cut him off, throws down those baby nips, and uh-oh, Aoi, stuck up and above, is going to be forced to pull out those tangos early, and does waltz himself back out. He's still holding one of those wards.
That was quite the cogs, actually.
Yeah, that was a very nice little bumper right there. It's Mike. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but definitely props to him for that funky little bumping right there. Cost him a couple of tangos early. So, anyways, stop getting sidetracked with other stuff. Intros underway here. I'll lead things off. Cloud9 on your Radiant side. Bone 9.7. Bone 7. I read that as 9. I'm out of my mind apparently. Bone 7 doing the dance right here. He's playing your off-lane Magnus, Fata playing your mid-lane Puck. On the bottom, Terlenvi, he's been playing your Faceless Void. Pylai Dai playing his now new love and found Vengeful Spirit that he seems to play every game. And of course, Aoi, almost in the same boat, playing the Elder Titan. These two have been playing these two supports at least the past 3 games, from what I've seen.
And for the side of Sneaky Nyx Assassins on the Dire, we're going to have Brax playing the Safe Lane Legion Commander. In the mid lane, we're going to have the Wisp Tiny combo being played by TC on the Tiny and Fluff and Stuff handling that Wisp. In the jungle, going to be Whitebeard on the Enigma. And off lane, we're going to have IX Mike on the Clockwork.
So Mike is going to get to his lane. I was questioning how the laning phase was going to be early on, but we're already seeing some extra early ripe harassment and a pause, unfortunately. Aoi is way deep right now in enemy territory, smacking Whitebeard on the backhand side with his giant briefcase, and Apparently the hotkeys were wrong, I guess, for Cloud9.
He actually killed all 3 conversions as well, because with this nice double damage rune, able to just 2-shot them, so...
So this is very troublesome right now for your Enigma. Trying to go off to a nice early groove, and Aoi, who is very familiar with the hero, knows exactly what an optimal jungle farm is, and is happy to contest. Look at him. Ugh, smacks him again. That DD, man. It's hitting him where it hurts right now.
A lot of work.
Yeah, and no one can really afford to leave the lane to really help out this Enigma.
Yeah, they don't really have a support.
So Enigma's like stuck in a rut right now. Literally just can't do anything in his own jungle. He's going to be pressured through and through here from Aoi. You know, maybe something you'd also see out of like your bounty hunters who would love to harass your jungle members, but he has the benefit now being an Elder Titan, having that natural order to work throughout the whole game.
He even steals that other creep as well.
Oh my god, this is Aoi's like,
oh, is he gonna get first blood?
We might get it. He is just running him down. Aoi! First blood, this guy right now. This is my jungle, not yours. It's mine. Unbelievable stuff coming out from the intelligent support player on Cloud9.
Aoi doing a really good job harassing the Enigma, and every time we see the Enigma, you know, we always talk about how it's not a hero that you just want to leave alone in this jungle.
No, this is where it's at its best. If you're not able to do a nice successful invade and at least try to slow him down by removing some of those camps,
so annoying.
This is taking the next level. This is just taking someone out of the game. I mean, Aoi's getting a lot out of this. He's got now a first blood. He's getting farm off the Eidolons right here. He's got the XP flowing in, and Enigma, on the other hand,
he's more CS than
nothing.
Enigma.
It's ridiculous. And a worthy sacrifice. Aoi is just really hitting him where it hurts early on.
And
it's like starting a boxing match and getting punched in the groin.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Sneaky Nyx Assassins can't do much about this since they did pick up that Wisp in the mid lane. Not really a support that can do much in this early game. And, you know, Aoi, being a really smart player that he is, just goes ahead and says, you know, that's enough damage done. I'm just going to go back, heal up, not take any more risks. And he actually has Tranquil Boots now, and probably even a Soapy Mask as well. So doing really well in the early game on this Elder Titan.
I'm curious to see where he's going to take it from here. If he's going to go right back and pay a visit to his new buddy Enigma, or if he's going to actually go back and make an appearance and try to take a little more me time and build up more reliable farm and XP. So we'll see where it goes from there. Bone 7 having to build up some more mana. He's been putting out those shockwaves, trying to bring in the CS even from afar. Legion Commander Brax has been kind of having her own way. 15-3, the top of the CS early in this game. And while on the other side of the world, Mike has got 2 CS on his clockwork. So he's in Strugville a little bit, but he's still close enough to be able to bring in some good XP.
Cloud9 actually giving a little bit of the last hits towards Pylite on the Vengeful Spirit. You know, it is quite difficult sometimes to CS as the Void against this Clockwork.
Ooh, Mike might be brought forward. Eternal Envy jumps on in here. Mike might be in trouble. Wave. Ooh, one more right click. Might have secured that one, but they felt uncomfortable getting a little too close to the tower, and the cogs were going to be up, and I think that was a smart call to step back.
That was the right play as well. And really nice pickup from Eternal Envy going for that Orb of Venom so that he can harass the Clockwork. Not really going to have access to a lot of time walks, as there is going to be constant spamming cogs.
Now we're getting smacked around a bit from those little balls right there. That Fluff's throwing on out. Still has been sewn to the hip of TC for the early part of this game. They do throw out the stun on Fata. The toss is going to be there, but this is a puck. It's like trying to get a good hold on a slippery banana or something like that, you know? Just can't do it. Puck is going to be very, very elusive. Fata's going to find his way. Once he gets level 6, the coil's going to be very much real, and Cloud9 could consider that point going for team fights. I don't know, though. Eternal Envy, what do you think on his Faceless Void? Once he does get his Chronosphere, do you think he's going to look to try to take some engagements, or is he going to be a little more selfish and just try to continue to farm up for the late game?
Usually when he's playing this Void, we see him go for the Treads and Mask of Manus before trying to make a rotation. You know, that he might try to Chrono on the lane, but I think it's a little unlikely to see him, you know, trying to make a big play with this Chrono in the early game at least. Does look like Whitebeard does make a early rotation, but only with that level 1 stun, so probably not going to get too much accomplished. Maybe if he had the level 2 stun.
Would love to be at the optimal Enigma level at this point, but only sporting level 4. Steps forward, throws out just the level 1 Malphus. There's your time walk out. Mike, still persistent here, doesn't have his hook shot, obviously, only being level 4. They're not really going to get a hold of your Void as he's just going to happily leap away. But a little more aggression here. 1-1 your score, still relatively early in this game. Nothing too significant, but we're getting to that point. The level 6s are beginning to roll in. We might see some fireworks here momentarily.
A lot of wasted time coming out from Whitebeard on this Enigma. Not being too efficient in the early game, but you know, his jungle is just being camped by Owie, and there's really good vision coming out from C9 in the...
Now, Owie is
having
pretty
a rough
low
time
level,
there.
though. He has been moving around a lot. He did definitely put
And he has 14 CS,
a
so...
troubling start to Enigma, but he definitely needs some levels under his belt. So I'm curious to see if he'll spend some time probably here in the bottom lane, bring some CS in. And, well, they're actually making it go on Mike. They jump forward. They followed up with the stun. Mike could be in trouble here, but nope, there's going to be Fluff bringing in that extra bit of sweet regen. They might get this off, but he's still getting healed up, and he will be fine. Fluff to the rescue. He responds right back.
A really good rotation by Fluff. He actually just barely survives thanks to that nice slow from the tether, so... Pretty good rotation from Fluff to save IX Mike.
Now this would be a good time. Fato with his Dream Coil could have hopefully maybe brought something together towards the mid lane and made a go on TC while Fluff was at that bottom lane, but you know, for now just kind of weighing it about. Fato just continues to farm up on his puck. Already has the null, the boots here, 400 gold. Sitting right in the middle, about 24 and 4. TC across the river there at 35 and 7. Off to a prominent start, but we were expecting that. But at least not handing any sort of early kills over. I think Fata's going to be doing pretty good pretty good for now, but his golden time is going to be when he can get his Blink Dagger and really make some engagements happen.
And very interestingly, Pilot actually has 3 TP scrolls. I'm not exactly sure what the reasoning behind this is, but... And he actually bought another one for Owie as well, so being extremely selfless.
He is
right
the
now.
guy who has just bought tickets for everyone. Here you go, TP. TP for you, TP for me. That's a pretty selfless build. What a nice
Finally, Whitebeard getting some alone time in this jungle. Definitely what he wants to see. Not being harassed by Owie. And, you know, like you said, Owie is a little bit under-leveled at this level 3, but C9 do a really great job of making sure that he can catch up, always giving him a lane at some point in the game.
We'll see here. Fluff does scout and see Fata right there, and we'll just tether right back towards TC. Nothing to be said about that. 8-minute rune's going to pop up. It's going to be a bounty rune there at the bottom. That Pylai die will scout out top. Going to be promptly taken from Owie. Takes that away, actually. Nice little grab right there. He's been running all over the place, causing a nuisance. Really putting in the time, but we'll see here. It's still relatively calm. Brax, who has been building in a lot of the early CS, got his treads together, but it looks like he's going to try to go right for the Blink Dagger here after.
So, I mean, the game pretty even right now. Not too much happening.
Ooh, you see that though. Mid lane though, they make it go on TC, and they finally made their. Ooh, big smack! And they also get Fluff. Follow through. Black Hole's on 3, but do we have anyone to bring the damage? Oh, the tower's bringing some of it, and it's going to be enough to take down Owie, but Whitebeard does go down in return, hands over a now double kill to Fata. It still ends up being C9's fight, but man, had things worked out a little better with the timing, that Black Hole could have been devastating, but they do get a good quick pick off there on TC.
You know, Brax did try to make a TP rotation into the mid lane during that Black Hole, but, you know, Golden 7 with a really good RP to probably save 2, if not 3 kills there, because had he gotten the overwhelming odds off, those heroes might have just melted.
Wow. Yeah. Didn't even get to catch any of that action, but props there to Bone to prevent the Legion from coming in. That would have been devastating. So we'll see here. Eternal Envy's been persistent, though, on staying in the bottom lane now, being level 8. Power treads complete with that Uva on hand. Really just looking to build up that farm. We're expecting to go into the Mask of Madness next. He's a damage kind of builder, unlike TC on the other team, who when picking up his Void likes to go more farm with the Battle Fury. Just more traditional, and, you know, we'll see. I do remember one thing was Eternal Envy had fantastic Chronos the last time I watched him play it in the game. He had gotten 2 heroes at least each time on the cusp if necessary.
He actually goes for this bottle build again onto the Void. I actually really like it in this particular game. I wasn't too fond of it the last game, but against the Clockwork, you know, a hero that's always going to be burning your mana with the Power Cogs, it makes sure that you will most likely always have mana for a Chronosphere and a Time Walk. So I really like it in this particular game. I know Eternal Envy likes it just so that he can bottle these runes up.
So he takes that rune, he waltzes himself back to bottom lane across from Mike, who's trying to get a few more creeps so he can have his precious level 6 ready. And then probably could partake in whatever's going to be going down here at top lane.
Dire's middle
Has
tower
Bones
is
Zevon.
under attack.
Stays acting natural here in the mid lane for now, but look at this, in from behind. Oh, the Chrono's not going to quite catch the tether from Fluff. Sends him out and beyond towards Brax. And now Cloud9 probably looking to try to slow down SNA from coming forward because they don't have the Chrono now to work with. Aoi just pulls out the prompt TP, and Brax was right next to him, but I guess couldn't get the duel off in time. But here's a double set of TPs going towards that mid lane where Fata gets the kill on Whitebeard. Can they go for the return, however? Can't catch the duel quite yet. Relocate in, does get the duel here, however, but a nice swap's going to pull him on back, and Fluff does go down. Brax is now going to fall next. Cloud9 get the job done both top and mid lane.
Really great individual plays coming out from Cloud9. You know, Fata recognizing that he had barely enough damage to take out that Enigma before the TPs came. Really good rotation and reaction coming out from Cena, and after those TPs come in, they rotate the Venge as well as the Mag. A really nice swap from the Venge, you know, not swapping the puck, but instead swapping the Legion Commander. And they all survive, so really well played by Cloud9 in that situation.
Yeah, that's the thing, and they picked that Legion Commander 5th pick, and they did pick it into a Vengeful Spirit, who I gotta say is gotta be one of the best supports to counter back someone like a Legion Commander. Regardless of BKB, you got it or not, she'll be right there to pull out swaps like that, and your duel is not gonna be looking so good. So that's a risk that SNA were, you know, had to be aware of when they picked it up, and you're seeing it right there pay off early for Cloud9. Now Eternal Envy, who's working himself towards this mid lane. No Chrono yet, as he's already used that first one in the top lane. Has got another 37 seconds, but Pylai with the swap ready. Maybe looking to potentially have a play happen here because Fata's coming in and he has that coil ready to go with a Blink Dagger.
And look, the Blink on Mag as well.
Cloud9, now it's their game. They can set the tempo with when it's their time to take a fight and when they want to take it.
Yeah, and I think at this point, if you're Sneaky Nyx Assassins, you probably don't want to take a fight until you get this mechanism onto the Enigma. He's got both components, so only about 700 gold away from that item. But you really can't take fights until you get that mechanism.
We'll see how long they have to wait, though, as
they just have too much damage.
They might not get the option. If Cloud9 wanted to press one of these lanes and start trying to take down some tier 1s, I think they should be pretty comfortable in taking an engagement. They have EE here start kind of getting aggressive in the mid lane. They could easily fall through as now they smoke up. They search out the SNA jungle right now, seeing if they can catch anyone looking for some neutral camp farm. Closest nearby is TC, and they are quickly approaching the area. This could get a bit nerve-wracking here.
They might go on Fluff,
Ooh,
I think.
They will be able to go on Fluff here. He waits, he scours, wave, blink forward, silence, orb. One right click is all it takes. Beautiful work coming out from Fata.
Can they get TC as well?
Back and behind. TC throws out the stun toss combo, but it's not going to be enough. Pylai returns with a stun of his own. Swap right back. Coil, though. The mistiming there, unfortunately. But it doesn't matter. They are able to take down TC anyway. But
a little bit of unfortunate swap with the coil, but I mean, we've talked about this build before that Pylai likes to do on the Vengeful Spirit. He has the max wave of tear, so 6 armor being reduced with that Vengeance Aura. You know, not prioritizing the magic damage coming out from the stun, but
jump forward. Fata looking to make it go on Whitebeard. The orb's going to happen, and Mike tries the cogs and back, but nice move. Bone 7 pulls him right up to the ground and says, "Get over here." Takes down Whitebeard again, back-to-back takedowns on that Enigma. He is going to be grossly underfarmed on the level real quick for already a struggling start for him. It's been a hard time for Cloud9, man. They continue to push the tempo like I was talking about, and it's their game right now. So we'll see what they're
doing a really good job right now controlling this game. And I mean, Sneaky Nyx Assassins have a really greedy draft. I mean, we talked about how greedy it is. You know, Wisp not really a hero that can help out any of the lanes except, you know, usually the Wisp partner, and then we don't often see teams picking up a jungler with the Wisp. Usually you want another support hero just to make sure that your early game isn't too weak. But they go with the 3 solos, the jungler, and then the Wisp support, and it's really not paying off for them at the moment.
Yeah, I was very nervous about when I saw it. I was like, ooh, Wisp and Enigma. I feel your laning phase is going to be lacking a lot, and I think Cloud9 are going to be able to do what they want. Kind of feels like that. So we'll see, though. SNA do have things that they can try to turn it back with once the mechanism does come together for your Enigma. Brax's Blink Dagger is probably just now complete. Yeah, there it is. So they have that now. Relocates are hopefully going to be coming together shortly, and it looks like bottom lane could be the place. But as I say that, it's Bone7 in the mid lane who gets that swift grab, and, well, it's going to be a return grab right there from that bottom lane. Brax gets a first dual grab right there, plus 10 damage. He goes right back towards the bottom, and it's going to be a 2-for-1 special right now. Advantage for SNA. So
nice bait out from SNA. They baited out, I mean, they do lose TC on the Tiny, but, you know, they trade carry for carry and then get another support kill, as well as the dual victory, so I like the bait out choice there. They get, you know, the Clockwork follow-up hook, as well as the relocate with that Legion Commander, able to set up that free dual win, and nice play from Sneaky Nyx Assassins. They're going to need a couple more of those to really get themselves back into this game.
We'll see Fata now come towards the bottom lane, jumps immediately up, seeing if anyone was left behind, and Fluff is already on the way out. He puts down a pretty aggressive obs ward here, and he's taking advantage of this haster and being able to go all the way through territory, and Fata sees him on the way out, but I don't know if he has a big idea as far as where this ward could be, but he has an idea. It's probably somewhere around here, so we'll see if they can look to bring it on down. Meanwhile, back at the mid lane, it's Cloud9 who are feeling pretty strong in this one, but they still need to get a few more objectives. Tier 1 needs to go down this mid lane, but I don't know.
Like IX Mike actually pulling a page out of Bone7's book. It looks like he's going to go for that Orchid Clockwork. I've seen Bone7 do this a couple of times. I'm just not so sure about it this game. I mean, sure, the Orchid is really nice against these heroes of Cloud9. It's really good against the Void Puck as well as the Magnus, but you're just not tanky when you go this build.
Yeah, you're jumping in there and you're putting a lot of focus on yourself, and if you can't even withstand your initial onslaught, you're not going to be lasting really long. And with something like that, it feels like Sneaky Nyx Assassins are looking to be the ones who are going to be on the run, or on the objective list, trying to get grabs, trying to get pickoffs, with Mike leading the charge and being in there first. So if they're not going to be on the defensive, which, Mike is going to get caught here from your Chrono. Brax is going to be able to heal him up a little bit. Can Mike live in this one? He's able to hook shot right to Brax, and he does step away. Good assistance coming through from the support and as well as Brax. They aid their Mike friend, and maybe they're looking to make a go back. Toss all the way forward. Duel on the pylite eye, but return of the RP. Bone7 shoves Brax right up to the tower and in Cloud9 side, and they easily take him down. And on the backhand side, Fata makes quick work of Fluff. The quick TP out from TC shows that Sneaky Nyx Assassins don't like this fight. They're desperately trying to make it out. Ooh, Mike barely makes it away from that one. And in the mid lane, Whitebeard not going to be so lucky. There's your Yule's now picked up, goes right to work. And, wow, look at this. He throws out a black hole. It catches a lot of them, but not going to be doing a whole lot. Sneaky Nyx Assassins, it looked like a clever start. Fantastic toss in the duel, but Cloud9 quickly regroup in that mid lane and take the back end of that.
Yeah. And this is, I think, the first time that I've ever seen Mag against Legion Commander. If Mag is not the person getting dueled, pretty much makes this duel completely useless with the RP and the skewer back, because, you know, Legion Commander, after being stunned, has to walk back to the target to start doing damage. So I really actually like this Mag pickup up against the Legion Commander.
Well, I feel like it's more like I don't like this Legion Commander pick when you're going against the Mag and a Vengeful, because they did pick the Legion Commander last.
That is
so
true.
It's like I don't think they make a good choice grabbing for something like Legion Commander.
I would have liked to see something like they did the other day with the even like a Venom would have been good. I think they just needed a hero that was really strong in the 1v1, but that also gave them really good team fight.
Yules shoves him right back, and well, we were talking about Legion Commander here, and she goes down again. Brax hits the deck, Bone7 picks up that kill, and Cloud9 assert their dominance even more, grabbing another sweet grab. 16-4, your new score. The net worth has now crossed the 10K mark and continues to climb on up.
Yeah. I actually would have really liked to see the Veno again that they picked the other day with the Tiny Mouse.
Sorry, he makes a jump on Fluff and just gives him a few swats right there with his bat hitting that big old softball and gets it done. Mask of Madness going to be acquired and easily used, and he's already got about 2.3K. Terlinvy's got some sweet farm.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So, I mean, we talked about it during the draft.
Stay near.
FRL, you probably just shouldn't talk anymore. Every time it's just like something goes down here. They get a coil on TC. Ooh, RP was faked out. He didn't even have to use it right there, but they take down TC anyways. Brax heals himself, and it looks like Cloud9 are going to try to make their way out and relocate coming on through. It's just going to be Fluff, however, and I don't think he's going to be able to bring enough to take anyone down. Fata's going to retreat off to the left-hand side, and now they're looking for Pylai Die. Earth Splitter comes down from above, and Cloud9 pretty much have split from all directions at this point, and Snar just trying to second-guess where their commitments are. And now it's going to be Fata jumping forward. That RP is going to connect, but he can't find a good angle to get off a good skewer. Trying to make his way out. Mike jumps forward. Swap right back from there from Pylai Die will save Bone 7. And now SNA still trying to get a hold of someone. This slippery Cloud9 group can't slip away, though, from Brax in this duel. But nice sleep coming out from Aoi. Pylai Die still lives. Wave of Terror and sneaky Nyx Assassins can't get anyone. Oh, my God. Cloud9 juking and jiving all over the place. Fantastic work from each individual. Great positioning. Sneaky Nyx Assassins look like they're running around with their heads cut off.
That's gotta hurt if you're Sneaky Nyx Assassins. I mean, that fight looked really promising for them. They got so many heroes really low, but just couldn't finish any of them off. I thought for sure Bone 7 was gonna die, but you know, another great swap from Pylai Die, just showing why they always pick this hero for him.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous stuff. Cloud9 definitely feeling it right now as they continue to farm up. They continue to just kind of bully Sneaky Nyx Assassins at this point in the game. Any fight that's not looked to go for, they just are always going to be one step ahead. And now Bone 7 going straight for his BKB, quickly bottles up a DD rune, and I think they're going to be ready to tussle once more. Now Pylai Die at level 11. He's got level 2 swap. That AoE gets so much bigger. Now it's like very effective, and we've already seen put it to strong use. A hero he is extremely, well, familiar with playing. He plays it every freaking game, and you see why.
And will we see the SNY Elder Titan again coming out from Aoi? He does have 1,500 golds. I imagine we'll see it again just because of how this game is going.
Dire's bottom tower.
What is that supposed to mean?
Dire's structures
it's a stomp right now, and there's a stomp right there on Brax. Put some lights out, jump forward, Bone 7, and he goes down. Mike comes in, but it's a little too late to save his comrade, but can they still get the kill off? TC relocates in.
Another
combo goes off, but another save coming on through. EE gets that kill, taking down the Wisp. Whitebeard's going to be next up on the list, throws out the black hole, but immediately thrown up in the air. RP on the other side, Bone 7 on his last limbs, able to get that off, plus the shockwave kill. Cloud9 on fire right here. They take down another godlike streak for Fata on Puck. It is ridiculous, and Sneaky Nyx Assassins know that they are going nowhere fast. They've had enough. Throw in the towel. This is Cloud9's game. From the start, with Aoi in the jungle to this point, it was Cloud9 top to bottom. That was a fantastic performance.
I mean, what a crazy performance, especially from Pylai Die. That's probably the best I've seen him play on this hero, and he plays this hero a lot. I mean, I'm not saying he ever plays it bad, but that was just an incredible bench performance.
Sweet stuff right now. We'll see Cloud9 if they continue to play like that. This could be a quick series. They win game number 1, but this is a best of 3. So Sneaky Nyx Assassins have one more chance to take this to game number 3, because if Cloud9 win this next one, the match point, they will be securing a trip to China at the LAN, and they will make a go for iLeague's huge $300,000 cash prize pool. Bringing you the coverage here in the English is going to be the Beyond the Summit channel. Myself, Coddle Guy, and F4L. It's a pleasure as always. We'll be back with game number 2 in just a moment.